Shalom. Kol halalim la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Vadash. And shalom to our elders that rule well, the elders of Great Millstone. Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, and shalom, a hearty shalom to the prophets of that body. And shalom and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and 1/3 that are scattered around the four corners of the universe. Okay. And peace and blessings to your households also. As you know, a lot of the time we see animals or creatures attack back, right? It's 9 times out of 10. Actually 9.9 times out of 10. Let's just say that much. It's usually Edomites, the so-called white man, being attacked. Now, these are the people that like to hunt animals for sport, for fun. Animals are not even bothering or trying to even attack them, bothering them. And they like to put their heads as trophies on their walls, right? They like to mess with the world. They like to mess with creation. They're always questioning everything. Why is the sky blue, for example? They want to say, oh, let's make the sky green or permanently red. That's how the so-called white man is. They're adverse to nature. They're adverse to normalcy. They're adverse to the health of this world, the health of people in general. Okay, and Yahweh Bashem Yashai is orchestrating in a beautiful way a flurry of attacks from various types of creation, from various types of the Yahweh Bashem Yashai's creations, right? And I just punched in Google recent animal attacks on people in America and the UK, right? Excuse me. All right, and we have a number of attacks here. You got here 6 sea lions attacking beachgoers in California. That was 8th of April 2025. Okay. Oklahoma tiger handler was fatally attacked in front of family. Okay, that was 5 days ago. Right. We've seen a bunch of Edomites, even video footage from even as far as back in the 70s of an Edomite male, looks to be a South African Edomite, being eaten up by some lions right in front of his family, which is kind of like poetic justice in a way, right? Now, recent incidents of animals attacks on people in the US and the UK include a fatal tiger attack in Oklahoma, September 25, a jaguar attack on a selfie taker, you self-glorifiers, on a selfie taker in Arizona in 2019, and an attack by a sick sea lion on a surfer off California in April 2025. So the sick sea lion attacked a surfer. You know, why is a sea lion sick? Because of all the poisons, these crackers, these honkies, these Edomites, these heathens, right, that are pumping into this world, the food, all right? And the animals are sick. They're pissed off. They're going through the moans and groans as well, same way Jake is moaning and groaning. And the Lord can hear, you know? Even the animals want freedom. The animals are in captivity. The creation is in captivity under this devil, right? So they're attacking back, all right? United States and America and the UK are brother and sister, right? Even though the US is ground zero, so I thought, let me just see what's going on. This is just obviously, there's been numerous attacks. We've seen the Eve get eaten up, the Jezebel. She had like her internals being eaten up. The dog was having fun with her. I think it was a pit bull, one of those type of dogs that was eating her, munching on her for half an hour, right? So the Lord has created beasts, man, to attack, all right? Okay, so you've got United States. There's a couple. These are just like the couple of the ones that possibly the larger media outlets have caught. But there's a flurry of them. All right, you know as well as I know. Even in the UK, we have foxes. All right, a fox basically they're attacking children in their back garden. So if a mother's washing her dishes and she leaves her child in the back garden while her washing is drying on the washing line. Because a lot of people like to air dry their clothes here in the UK, as well as use dryers, of course. And the baby could be in some kind of one of them carrier things, which you rock back and forth or whatever. And then the mother's wondering, why is my baby crying? And she goes outside and sees that there's a fox that's come over the fence and is munching and gnawing on her on her child's fingers, eating them like a bunch of fish sticks. You know, so these things are happening, and they're going to increase because as things get turned more upside down, these animals, and because Esau's doing experiments on his animals as well, because Esau's a sick fuck, and these animals are going to start to attack. And when all hell breaks loose, these zoos are going to pop open, and there's going to be lions and tigers roaming the streets of these cities, okay, and other types of animals, rhinos and shit, zebras, horses, bears. In the UK, puppy killed by extra large XL bully. Dogs attacked its owner, ripping it from her arms. Okay, man killed by dogs, August 2024. A man was killed by what happened to be American bulldogs in Hereford after they escaped from a house and attacked him. Cow-related fatalities. Okay, 2 people, Kathy McKellar and Hugh Evans, died in separate cow-related incidents, and other incidents of cow attacks have resulted in life-altering injuries. You've got bear attacks in Yellowstone National Park, dog attacks. So there's a flurry of attacks. What else? Let's go to the news segment. I've got it lined up here somewhere. Where we at? Now you've got squirrels attacking as well. Let's play.
Now to a story making international news. Squirrels on attack. Picture it. San Rafael, California, just outside of San Francisco. A handful of people in one neighborhood bit, scratched, some even ending up in the emergency room. Attack squirrels. No, really. Attack squirrels. And if you don't believe me, believe the signs of neighbors warning neighbors and the neighbors themselves. 5 and counting. Some ending up in the emergency room, like Joe, who got his ear gnawed on and doesn't want to be on camera.
He came down on here and he started gnawing on this fence.
Wait, those are teeth marks?
Those are teeth marks.
You are kidding me.
Yeah.
And these are the same Edomites that always like kissing their dogs in the mouth and playing with animals and being bold with them. This Esau causes most of the problems, does most of the marching, shows all this love to animals. All right, but animals aren't showing that love back because even the animals know that the so-called white man is a problem.
So he come over here and he started gnawing again. I took my hat off to swat him off and he jumped on my head.
Joe's wife, Marie, watched what she calls a fast and mean attack.
Joe gets his baseball cap and hits it. And so she turns around and just jumps on his head, scratched his ear. And then she jumped on his leg. And so he tried to get her off.
Look at these photos taken of the squirrel just before that chunk out of Joe's fence and Joe's ear. A bigger squirrel than the others around here, say a lot of neighbors.
So that's when we went to ER. They thought, it's a squirrel. They don't have rabies. So we thought, okay, that's it.
But that wasn't it. Look at this. The next day, the mean squirrel came back.
Grandma, watch this.
Listen to Joe and Marie's grandchildren told to stay indoors.
That's the same one, I think.
What's Lindemann?
You're not liked, Esau. You are not liked.
Let me see.
No, don't let him in.
She was on the side of our kitchen eating them up. And it was like very hungry and wanted to be fed, I think.
Hangry. Angry and hungry.
Angry and hungry, yeah.
So now the signs are up. Neighbors are warning neighbors to protect their people and their pets, and the Marin Humane Society posting signs too, even going door to door with warnings.
And we're also told, don't walk with shorts, don't walk with anything but heavy dungarees. And as you can see, I'm out here wearing jeans, not shorts.
You're keeping the rules.
I'm keeping the rules, and I don't want to be bit.
So it's not happening in the reservations or the hoods or the barrios. It's happening in what do you call it? In Esau's heavenly abode, the areas where they locate at. You know?
You're not being squirrely.
Not being.
Not being squirrely indeed. Okay, so as to the people who went to the emergency room, they did not get a rabies shot. Apparently, these squirrels are not vectors for rabies. And there have been no other sightings of that rather mean squirrel in San Rafael, California. Who said gentle people with flowers in their hair in Northern California? Maybe gentle people, but not a gentle squirrel.
See some other new segments we've got. Man, that picture here with that squirrel jumping. Look crazy. Leaping towards Esau there.
Onto my leg and was just hanging on his tail, just clomped onto my leg and was just hanging on. His tail was flying up here, and I was like, get off me, and I kind of didn't want to touch it.
It's the last thing Joan Hebleck expected on her morning walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael.
Out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all.
Joan suddenly attacked by a squirrel, which clawed and bit her legs. The wounds bad enough she had to go to the ER. Scary.
Oh yeah, very scary. And how do you get the squirrel attached to your leg off?
This is beautiful. Now it's following us until she almost killed me.
Isabel Campoy and her niece Carmen were also attacked while walking in the same area off Mount Lassen Drive.
The squirrel went to the floor and from the floor tried to jump to my face, which I tried to protect my face from, and then my arm was completely overcome by the squirrel. Finally, it jumped off, and by then I was full of blood, and I ran to the emergency room.
When I saw her with all the blood in her arm, I was like, oh my God.
These flyers are now posted alerting residents about the incidents. Neighbors say 5 people have been attacked, possibly by the same squirrel with a golden color. It's also been the talk of next door.
Unfortunately, it's not unheard of.
Vanessa Potter from Wild Care in San Rafael says squirrels are not vectors for rabies. The aggressive behavior likely due to the animal being fed and cared for by humans when it was small.
Well, if they associate people with food, then they're not afraid of them. They come up, they look for food, they don't get it. There could be frustrations. They can be territorial of their space.
Wild Care urging the public not to feed wild animals. Meantime, neighbors are enjoying the outdoors, but watching their backs. Isabel is trying to heal and move forward.
It hurts to touch the skin. I am putting my best power, mind, positive, in order to say I will survive this.
In San Rafael, Cornell Bernard, ABC 7 News.
So getting different aspects from different news outlets. Let's see if we can find something else. Squirrel attacking, injuring. Okay, this is people in California. You Edomites, this is nothing yet. Okay, the Most High hates you. Creation, the Most High hates you. Yahushua hates you. Okay, even the Lord's creation hates you. Animals hates you. And you damn devils, even grape animals. Man, these people are sick. Graping whales and dolphins and shit. Man, just wait. This is going to increase even more and more against you devils. Let's see what's going on here. Another damn commercial. It's 20th of September 20.
People in the San Francisco Bay Area say a squirrel. And new here tonight, some people in the San Francisco Bay Area say a squirrel is ruining their lives. Several residents have ended up in the hospital after being attacked by the angry critter. Elise Preston has this story. Flyers posted in a San Francisco Bay Area neighborhood warn this is not a joke.
Let me see.
No, don't let him in. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel.
But it was biting and scratching, so then it wasn't furry and cute.
Joan Heblack walks 5 miles every day in her scenic neighborhood, where she says wildlife usually shies away from humans.
Beautiful neighborhood.
She got a text from a neighborhood realtor.
He said it's called Mount Diablo. Beautiful neighborhood. Esau's heavenly areas are being attacked.
Alerting her that a squirrel attacked a woman nearby.
Did that seem outlandish to you? Or is it like, no way, that couldn't have happened?
Yeah, I thought, how weird.
That was until days later, when the aggressive animal jumped on her leg.
I started waving my leg around and screaming, get off me, as he kept on clinging more tightly and biting me.
The bite so vicious it sent Heblack to the emergency room.
They said squirrels do not have rabies.
Still, residents are nervous about the nutty squirrel.
Wildlife experts are still looking for this squirrel.
Well, we don't know her name, so how would they be able to find her?
Heblack won't stop her daily walks, but the next time a squirrel crosses her path, she's moving to the other side of the street.
Well, that's not going to help because they're still going to cross the street and come for you. Let's go to some scriptures. Okay, let's get to Galatians 6 verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you reap what you sow, Esau. All right. You show all this love towards animals, kissing them in the mouth and all that kind of stuff. But these animals don't like you. You're the ones that cause all the problems. You're the ones that poison their environment, poison them. Okay, and they're sick of your terror on this planet, and they hate you. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28 to 30. All right, let's go to 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destructions. In the time of destructions, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay? The Lord's created various ways. Okay? Like that song goes, 6 million ways to die. All right? The Lord's got many multitudes of ways to take out the people he doesn't like, especially the so-called white man, Esau, and the heathens. Okay, verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Verse 30. All right, here's this verse emphasizing this what's happening to these devils. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's going to get worse for you devils. All right, verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready, upon earth, and when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So they're going to do as they're told by Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, so it's only going to get worse for you devils. Okay, so you want to add anything else? So this is a beautiful thing. The Lord is destroying Esau's world, and now, the whole world is hating Esau, and even creation, the Lord's beasts are, have been hating on these devils and have been attacking them, and these attacks are going to increase further. May Yahweh Hashem Yahshua increase them even more, against these devils. All right, so this is a beautiful thing. All right, all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.